Recovery means being able to live a normal life, just being my normal self, not feeling so out of place. My name is Donnisha Duncan. I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana. My interests are swimming and spending time with family, listening to music. Before I got diagnosed, I actually was experiencing psychosis, and I was very afraid. I knew something was off. I knew something was wrong. I was experiencing paranoia and hallucinations, and I was delusional, and I just remember wondering, like, what is wrong with my brain. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and I just told her, you need to take me to the hospital. I was really confused. When I did actually receive my diagnosis, I did go into a really deep, dark depression. I was close to taking my life, and I just want to be there for my family.
A lot of times, people often don't know exactly what's happening to them, and they may not know that their experiences are related to a mental illness, and they may not know that there's treatment for the things they are experiencing. And so sometimes, unfortunately, they don't get connected to care until it's a crisis that brings them to the hospital.
I remember going to the hospital, and I know now that it was psychosis, but back then I just thought, my mind is just racing. So I was doing things out of question, just going outside for walks and dancing in front of buildings, scaring my mom. She didn't know what to do, what to say. When I first came to Park, it was like it was meant for me to be here at Park. It was very helpful, every aspect of it. I never needed anything. Like, they were always there. Just with all treatment, with therapy, they helped me find like the right dosage of medicine, and my questions were always answered. So it was very helpful. My first therapist here at Park, she was amazing. She was my best friend almost. She was great. I talked to her about everything, and I could feel like myself getting better. I could feel myself getting back to the normal me, and that's when I knew they knew what they were doing. I just gradually became myself again. That's when I knew that telling my story didn't feel so awful, because I could tell her, and it just didn't feel so bad, like explaining everything. Vlogging actually helps me have purpose every day. Literally every week was giving me like a reason to get up and talk and share my story. The feedback I was receiving was mainly thank you for being vulnerable. So it just made me feel really good about just helping someone and helping people out there who could be dealing with psychosis. It just was a great experience. The most important thing for my recovery would be being there for my family. My family in recovery, they've been there tremendously. My mom and I, we've become very, very close. We've been living together for almost 6 years now. It's just been the best relationship.
Having family support is really critical, and we know that individuals who have supportive families ultimately do better than those who do not. And so families can really do a lot to help support a person throughout their illness. Sometimes that support is as simple as helping provide transportation to appointments, or helping make sure that that person knows how to take their medication. But fundamentally, probably one of the most important things really is just letting that person know that they care about them and that they're there for them. And sometimes families feel frustrated because they wish that there was more things that they can do, and psychosis can be a very frightening illness. It can make people feel sort of helpless sometimes. But there's real value in families expressing that care and concern, and letting a person know that they are there to support them.
Park is definitely a place to be. It's been very helpful. I never thought of not to come here. I would definitely recommend like 10 out of 10.